So this video is about how to save. Now you can do save this way or you can do this way. But this is if you're going to save money by the things that we're going to be talking about. Another way to save money is if you put it like into a savings account. That's how you save money. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're putting it in something like a vault or underneath the mattress or something like that. So that would be to, like, if you're putting that money somewhere else, but how to save money because you're not gonna use it, you're not gonna spend it, you're not gonna spend anything. So that's how we're gonna do that. So notice that these concepts, you have the same word, but what is the concept and how is it used? And so sometimes you have to hear the sentence. You have to think about, what is it that I'm saying? I'm going to be saving money. So I'm not going to be taking money and putting it somewhere. I'm going to not be buying something or paying for something. So that's saving money, or you can save money. But still people say this, but I'm talking about concepts of to make it clear, right? If you're going to take the actual money and you're going to put it somewhere, I would save money. If I was not going to pay for something that normally I did, I would save the money. But people can still say, I'm going to save money. So either way, and save money by not buying like expensive clothes or shopping regularly, but we're going to talk about that. So the first one was subscription. You're pulling money out of the air. A lot of deaf people use this for SSI. You can say on the dole, do you collect SSI? This is also subscription because it's something that's regular money that you're getting. So if you're paying for subscription fees, for example, like a gym membership and you're not using it, or like there's various apps that you pay for. So if you're not using that app, and you're paying for that, most of the ones that I use are free. But if you're paying for that, then if you stop that, then you are saving money. Okay. The next one is late fees. This is late. It's usually down here, but I did it up here so you can see. But down here, it's late fees. It's this is late. This is not yet. You can say, oh, you're late today, or have you done that thing I asked you to do? Not yet. That doesn't mean that you're late doing it, you just haven't done it yet. So that's what that means. So late fees, for example, that because many people who are struggling financially, sometimes they pay the late fees, but if you're able to pay on time, then you're going to save a lot more money, because they said that in the past year, they said that penalties, this is a punishment or penalty, for credit cards, 21%, utility bills was 10%, and rent 8%. These are the people that paid late, and so they have these fees that are incurred or added on, increased. So you would save money if you paid on time, and try to do that, because they tack that on there. They don't want you to pay a penalty, right? So maybe try to adjust your money or your budget. And I know sometimes that's hard. Now this is an interesting one for your bank, an account maintenance fee. Now you can maintain something by continuing it or to stabilize it, but to have maintenance done is like fix. Like, I'm going to maintain my home, I'm going to maintain it, I'm going to fix it. So maintaining your bank account, it's the same thing. They do adjustments. They take money out of if you have a savings account, they take it out if you withdraw too much. But they said that so those maintenance fees can be expensive. So maybe they said an online bank, they waive maintenance fees, and they said that you could save money if you maybe what is it, the no fee checking account. So maybe check your bank. And the reason I have not changed over to an online bank is sometimes I want to go in and talk with somebody, you know. So I don't know, or if I need money, or if I'm out of state, which I don't travel anymore, but if I did, then I maybe need that. So just kind of look at it, the pros and cons, and see what really fits you best. But they were saying that these maintenance fees can be expensive, so be careful with that, and kind of look at different banks and kind of figure out if there's a no fee, or there's a no required balance or something like that. So you can avoid these fees. Okay, credit card interest, and they do charge, because that's why it seems like you can never pay off the credit card balance. Not balance, but what's left. So they said that that annual percentage rate is about rates, can't even spell today, 23%. That's expensive. That's a high interest rate. Okay, so just be careful with your credit card and how much is that. And they suggest, regardless of what type of credit card you have, to pay it off at the end of the month. Of course, most people, if they could, wouldn't even use a credit card. So anyway, I don't know. Neither here nor there. That's hard. They said that these instant transfers, and so many people use these, like Venmo and PayPal. I mean, I would say most people use these. And when I went and bought some Girl Scout cookies recently, yeah, I think it was on like a Venmo or one of those other cash apps. Anyway, but they said that they charge 1.75% for the instant money transfers, but it may be worth it to you. I mean, Zelle is usually connected with your bank, and so sometimes they don't charge. But PayPal and Venmo and that other cash app, I can't think. Anyway, so just be careful about how much they charge. And if you go into like a store and you say, oh yeah, I need some cash back, and then they charge you. So just be careful. Maybe you might want to wait and go to your ATM if you can. So sometimes you may not have a car. Okay. Government fines, and that's if you are late paying a ticket, and getting your vehicle registration late, and going to your court date late, or not showing up. They have very expensive consequences. They said these fines range $50 to $200. And then they'll add on to that if it's still not paid, because they want that ticket paid. Most people are going to, but you really need to do that and go take your, that driver's class. Anyway, let's see, what else is next? Oh, if you neglect, which is ignore or neglect, car maintenance. Sometimes we're going, oh yeah, I need to fix that. But if we put it off and put it off and put it off, then it can break or something worse, and then we have to we can't drive our car, so we have to take it into the shop, and then they fix it, and it's more expensive. So they're saying that would save you money if you had that car maintenance regularly. And sports betting, when you lay down your bets. I know that's an old sign, but that's how they do it, lay down your bets. Sports betting is expensive, and many times you lose. Buying cigarettes, remember we did that sign, cigarettes, it's expensive. That's how some people will quit finally, because it's just so expensive if they don't have enough money. They said that the cigarettes range from $8 to $10 for each little package. I don't know how many's in there, but anyway, it can be very expensive if you smoke a lot. And then lastly, lottery tickets are cheap, but the chances of winning, and you continue to buy, or you buy a lot that particular day because it's a big amount, if you lose, then you're kind of wasting your money on that. So that's kind of or you may just restrict. And I mean, like if you're going, oh well, maybe I'll win. Okay, well, just maybe restrict on how much money you spend on it. Like maybe just buy one a week or something like that. Just kind of restrict, limit how much you buy. And I think that is done. They said that going to like the corner store purchases or convenience store purchases. I still do corner store. It's just an old sign. Because sometimes they will increase their prices because you're stopping, and while you're there you're going to pick up this, that, and the other. And so sometimes they can, like for water at the grocery store, maybe like $1, let's say, and then at the convenience store then it'd be $2.50. So that's why they call it a convenience store, because it's close by. And anyway, so and then if you buy like chips or candy, like if you're traveling, but just be careful with that. Maybe kind of bring it with you, or buy it at the dollar store before you travel or something like that. And they also said to be careful of brand name products. Instead of maybe buying that major name brand, you buy like a cheaper if it's the same. The generic products, sometimes people think, oh, it's not as good as, and maybe it's not, but some things are actually the same. So they just send it to that other, factory or whatever, and then they have the same thing. So anyway, so you can try it, the generic brand, and find out if it tastes the same, or does it work the same as your name brand. So you could see. And then the next one is impulse buying, and many people do that. Sometimes I'll go in there and say, oh, does it have my name on it? And if it doesn't, then I don't buy it. But then sometimes it does. So they said that, it's like if you really want it, you're going, well, like for example, for women, like if it's shoes, well, where would I wear that? Or how many times, or something like that. You go, oh yeah, they're so cute, I would love that. But really, when you think about the clothes that you have, and where you work, or if you don't work, it's like, how many times would you really wear that shoes or clothes? So that's why sometimes cooling off period, as they say. Fast food and to take out, they suggest, of course, to cook at home more, and it's more healthy, really, and it's cheaper. So you just have to kind of plan ahead time. And so sometimes that's kind of hard, like if you'd had a really busy day or you just don't have time because you have to take the kids, here, or whatever. So, but just be careful and try to have dinner at home. Maybe have something more simple, or try to prepare so you don't have to use so much time after you arrive home. And sometimes it's hard, but I think we get into such a habit, and there's so many restaurants that we just stop because it's just there, and I don't have to stop and cook after I arrive home and then do the dishes, and it's just easier. But be careful because of your budget. And the overdraft fees at the bank, we've already kind of discussed that, about picking your bank. And then also, if you want to make sure, check your bank before you buy something. And then sometimes, things happen. So, but just be careful of that so it doesn't happen on the regular. And I went ahead and did overdraft fees, like OD. You could spell it, but you could also, expand on that and say they charge you money if you don't have money in the bank, which sounds ironic, doesn't it? So anyway, so I think that's it, but I hope you see some different signs and also some concepts that you use for what you're meaning at this point and what you mean at that point. Anyway, enjoy, practice with your hearing friends with your voices off, and then practice with your deaf friends. And I will see you later. Bye.